Hi. Although I took Hubert for his neuter to the same clinic that I had taken Eddie Mars for his neuter, Eddie Mars, a tiny little red bunny we have, recovered really quickly. But Hubert is taking more time to recover, and he still was not eating last night, and he's still not eating this morning. Last night I fed him by hand, and I'm going to do it again this morning and show you how to do that. And it's really important with bunnies after surgery. You never know how they're going to come through and how long it's going to take. But with rabbits, you need to get some food going through their system. So it's good to take a day off, take a sick day or something if you can, for the day after rabbit surgery, so you can observe them and see what's going on. But I'm a little bit concerned about Hubert, and I'm going to be feeding him again this morning. Okay, here I am the next morning, and I'm going to give him a little more. And I've been feeding him this, and he's got a little more active. Come on, are you eating it? You got to eat it. Okay, I made it a little more soupy. As it sits, it absorbs the water and it gets too thick. Okay, I'd like you to finish this, Hubert. Can you eat a couple more here for me? I'm going on the side of his mouth, behind his front teeth. Now the meloxicam here, let's see how much they want me to give him. 2.2. Okay, every 24 hours. Let's see what it says. 2.2 ml for him every 24 hours, starting this morning. So we shake up any medicine. Let's see, give him this. 2.2, huh? Alright, they got it marked on there as well, because some people don't know what 2.2 is. Okay, there we go. Okay, you're gonna get some meloxicam here. Oh, this is important. You gotta take this. This has to go down. There. Oh, come on, go down. And some of it didn't. Some of it went on his cheeks, but he's gonna lick it off. There, he's licking it. They usually like the taste of meloxicam. Sometimes they put a berry flavor in it for bunnies. Okay, you got the meloxicam. Hey, a little bit went on my finger in there. Okay, look at the mess he is, though. I'm gonna have to get a wet cloth and wipe that off. He's got a lot of food on him. And I'm surprised that you're not feeling better faster than this. My poor baby, huh? My poor bunster. You never know with any animal how they're going to recover from surgery. You could have an older animal that's kind of slower and could recover really well from the surgery. You can have a younger animal that doesn't recover as fast. And you have to be there, the next day. Somebody needs to be around to feed the animal by hand if they're not starting to eat when they should. Okay, well, one of the bad scenarios has happened after surgery with Hubert. Now, our little Eddie Mars came through the neuter. Next day he was eating like crazy, just back to normal. Hubert has been adversely affected probably by the anesthesia and some of the other things that were given during surgery. And he's got GI stasis, and this is where his gut has stopped moving. Now, if you have a rabbit has surgery, you know, you want to get them eating as soon as possible, and hopefully they're going to start on their own after maybe about 6 hours after surgery. Maybe you can offer some treat and they'll start eating. But he was not. Now, this is day 2. He had surgery yesterday morning, and now it's the next day and it's evening. So what I've been doing is giving him critical care. This is actual critical care with a berry flavor, and it's hard getting him to swallow it. So I'm going to show you what I try to do here. I'm going to squirt some in behind his teeth, and now he might swallow that one. Give him a little more, and he's not swallowing. So what I do is you get some hay that's kind of a stiff hay and stick it right gently between his teeth, and he's going to start, that's going to make him chew. Now, whether he's going to eat the hay or not, we're not sure if he'll eat the piece of hay or not. Sometimes they don't eat the piece of hay, but you want to stick it in his mouth slightly so that he starts chewing. And he lost a little bit of the critical care here, but most of it he swallowed. And actually, I've been doing this all day. I've been doing this all day, and he's beginning to eat the hay that I'm poking into his mouth, which is a good thing because that's the roughage that he needs to get his gut moving. Now, if you don't do this and your bunny has GI stasis after surgery, if he doesn't start eating on his own within a day, he could possibly die. And if he goes longer than a whole day, it's likely he will die. So you want to be prepared. Like I said, have the critical care. I'm going to squirt a little more behind his teeth here, and hopefully he'll swallow it. Now, during the day, when I was doing this, he refused to swallow it most of the time. He would swallow it once in a while, and the other times he just kept it. It was falling out of his mouth. It was all over me. It was all over the towel. It was all over the floor. Come on, now you grab him on the head. Carefully don't poke his eye. Pull his lips up a little bit and squirt that in there. Now, if he's not swallowing, now there he's not swallowing, then I'm going to take a piece of hay and I'm just going to put it in to his mouth between his teeth. Give it a little push. Don't poke him real hard in the back of his mouth. And there he goes. Now, he may or may not eat the hay, but it's usually going to make him start moving his jaws. Either he's going to try to get the hay out of his mouth, and he's going to move his jaws, and when he moves his jaws, the food you put in his mouth is going to go down his gullet. And you can see what a mess he is because he's, even though I wipe him off, he's all stained up with this critical care. Now, you need to do this every 4 hours if your rabbit has GI stasis. Every 4 hours, and that's day and night. So like I said earlier, if your rabbit's going to have surgery, have a person or yourself who can take a day off from work when your rabbit's going to come home. So in case you have something like this happen, and here we go with some more critical care, and he's not swallowing it, so I'm going to hang on to his head. He's got it in his mouth, but he won't swallow it. And I'm going to poke the hay by his teeth. Come on. I'm poking the hay in his mouth. Come on. You can jiggle it around a little bit. There he goes. Come on. And his jaw's working. And there, the critical care should go down. This is a little trick I learned on my own, just from panicking about the rabbit who would not swallow the critical care. Sometimes they're feeling so sick they don't want to swallow it. Now I said you can use the powdery stuff from bags of rabbit pellets. I tried that this morning. Put a little unsweetened applesauce. I always use stuff that doesn't have sugar in it. But I found a little bit of critical care I had in a bag in the refrigerator. So this is a berry flavored one and he likes it. So in goes the critical care to his mouth. Notice he won't swallow it. It's just sitting in his mouth, and if I let go of him he's going to spit it right back out again. So I'm going to get that hay in there, jiggle it around by his front teeth, between his teeth, and there he goes. Now it's annoying him that I'm poking the hay in his mouth like that. He may or may not eat the hay, but in the process of chewing the hay or biting the hay, he's going to swallow that critical care. And in this case, he's eating the hay now, finally. This is like 7 o'clock at night, and I've been at this all day long. Yeah. So he's eating it. Now, the thing about him is I was not expecting this at all, because our little Eddie Mars, who's such a little tiny bunny, I said same vet, same clinic, same procedure, came through really well. And then Hubert, who was such an exuberant bunny, very strong rabbit, had this problem. But it's just like people and any animals, they can respond differently to medications. One medication that somebody can take that just makes no difference, and someone else can take the same medication and get very sick with side effects. So this probably is because of the anesthetic. He didn't react well to it. It upset his stomach. Okay, here we go with critical care again. Yep, come on. And that one he swallowed. Okay, he's swallowing the critical care right there. And you know what? I have some, there's some smeared on his chin. And I'm just going to leave it on there because he's been trying to clean himself a little bit. And if he cleans himself, he'll ingest some more of the critical care. Now if your rabbit's not grooming himself at all, then you want to get a wet washcloth and wipe him off. And I will eventually wipe him off. But here, I'm going to give him one more little bit right behind his teeth. And there he swallowed that bunch. He's swallowing that, so that's good. Let's try another piece of hay anyway and see if he eats it. Come on. It's one little piece at a time. If you don't do this though, your rabbit will die. So, you know, when your rabbit has to have surgery, be prepared. I said it's much easier to go to a shelter that spays and neuters the bunnies ahead of time and adopt one that's already spayed or neutered. So, like I said, I wasn't expecting this. I thought he'd just come through this surgery really well, and he didn't. So you never know. You never know with any animal or person how they're going to react. But this really upset his stomach and stopped his gut from moving. And when I was putting this hay in his mouth earlier, he was just biting it off. He wasn't swallowing it or eating it. He was just biting the hay off and letting it drop. But it was okay because he still was swallowing the critical care. So I'm going to give him a few pieces of hay here. And then I'm going to let him rest for a while. He's just kind of laying around because he's not feeling good. And when they're not feeling good, even treats, you know, they don't even want treats. So I'm really happy he's starting to chomp this hay here. Okay, so I'm going to feed him the rest of this hay and see how he's doing in a couple hours. Okay, I just came in. I was away for an hour, and I'm looking for, and uh-oh, yep, here he is. He pushed his way out. He must be feeling better. Now where'd he go? Oh, there you are. What are you doing over there? Come over here. Hey, where are you going? Oh my goodness, look at him. He's feeling good. Hey, you're back to the old Hubert. Whoa. Hey, cats. Don't get crazy. Cats are going nuts here. Hubert, where are you going? He's going in by Aggie. Come here. Oh, you've been in here, huh? You're always pooping all over the place. You're feeling better, Hubert. That's not her poop. That's his poop all over the place. Oh, I came to see Aggie, huh? You come to see Aggie. See, right there. I was gone for about an hour and a half. And he was in the kitchen. And now he is feeling good. And I'm glad he didn't chew any wires. I wasn't expecting that either. It's just like that. Hubert, get out of there. Just like that. He's back to normal. His system went back by Aggie again. You like Aggie, huh? You came to see Aggie, huh? How you doing, Hubert? Well, that's good news. He's feeling good again, and that's how fast the rabbits will recover once their digestive system starts moving again. You'll know it because they'll get. Oh, look at, he's even sitting up. He's back to the old Hubert. And when I left him, he was still feeling bad. An hour and a half later, he starts pooping, and his system's back to normal. Well, Hubert, I am so happy you're feeling good again. It was all the hay and the critical care that's very important. Especially the hay, too. When he started eating the hay. I gotta sweep this room up. Look what you pooped all over the floor. But I'm happy to see you pooping all over the floor. He says, I'm going by Aggie. No, you can't go in by Aggie. Okay, I'm gonna grab him and put him back now. Well, it's been 48 hours after Hubert's surgery, and the crisis is over. Okay, and this just got over by constantly trying to get food into his system. And it's been 48 hours, and this morning I woke up and he's eating on his own. He ate half his pellets, he's chewing on hay, and I gave him some parsley, and I'll show you. He's gobbling it all up. Basically, he's back to normal, so I'm really glad. And that's about the only thing you can do with a rabbit with GI stasis. There's no magical treatment besides this care and making sure that you keep putting food into him and getting him to swallow it. So let's take a look at Hubert. How you doing, Hubert? Huh?